So, Dr. Tammy, why call it the Naked Doctor?
Well, it's the naked truth about health, wellness, and lifestyle, but it's also fun not to wear clothes in the studio.
Hi, welcome back this week to the Naked Doctor Show. I'm Dr. Tammy.
And this is Cryssie.
And we have a great show. We are live on the square
Live
today.
on the square. I
Exciting.
don't know if I can tell you how excited I am. Listen, there's like just activity and traffic and dogs and people, and I've seen some of the cutest babies ever.
Yes.
Cutest babies.
Fun.
Yes.
And we have Shannon Bloomhills from Bloomhills Studio.
We are
today.
we're out in front of Bloomhills.
Yes.
Such a
Hello,
beautiful
welcome,
place.
Shannon. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So much fun.
Oh my gosh, this is so
She
exciting
blocked
and
up
different.
time on her busy Saturday to be here. And you know, one of the most exciting things I think that I want to share with people is the importance of relationship. And when you have somebody that, like your beautician or your hairdresser, which you know you are, is when you have that relationship for a long time, you know, people begin to know you, and that becomes like a form of your therapy, which we call Hairapy.
Hairapy.
So I look forward to, and you know, we pretty much sometimes every week, sometimes every other week, you know, we just spend time together and talk. So what has been your experience, Shannon, with how long have you been doing hair? I probably put you on the spot there.
How long have you been doing hair?
No, I've been doing hair professionally 28 years.
Wow.
But I kind of grew up around it, so yeah, it's a lot of relationships that you build over the years. I can say since I moved to Northwest Arkansas 14 years ago, I have a core group of clients that literally have been with me for 14 years. I call them my 14-year club. Like they should get little pins. Yeah.
The tattoo might be a little bit permanent, but
Oh, it's permanent.
the pen, it was permanent.
You're committed to me now.
Exactly.
You have the tattoo.
That's
you can't
true.
go anywhere else.
That's true. But you know, the really cool thing is watching their families grow, like watching their kids grow, and now their kids are adults and they're out of college and they're coming to me, you know, and it's like I've always been in their lives. You know, 14 years is a long time when you meet kids and they're like, you know, 10, 11, 12. So it's kind of what they're familiar with.
Well, that's great. That's the kind of relationship that you want, though, with the client, is that you have that sort of, you have a personal interest in their overall well-being. It's not just their hair. It's just, I like that a lot. It's like having a little extended family.
Yeah, it goes way beyond that relationship of just having somebody in your chair. It's, you know, when they come in, you're so familiar with them and their energy that you can tell if something's wrong with them, if they need just a little bit more personal time, a little personal attention. You know, if they're in a hurry and you got to like skedaddle and get them out because they got something cool to go do. Like, let's get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you kind of just get to know people and their preferences and their history and kind of, you know, them personally.
And that extends, okay, so we are here and we are at a farmer's market and we love to promote locally owned business. And that's one of the reasons why, is because you get that hands-on hometown, you know, these are clientele that I know and that I've grown up with kind of feeling that you don't get when you don't have that kind of atmosphere. So I'm giving thanks here for our farmer's market and our locally owned business feelings and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know. I was thinking, you know, when you said the energy of when people come in, you know, some weeks over the years that I come in, I'm like, just like, I look like I've just been run over by a truck, you know. Well, by the time I get to you, like, my hair needs done clearly, but, you know, you just know that energy and you'll be like, what's wrong? You know, I don't even have to say, oh my gosh, I just blah, 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 and had this and this, you know, but you just instantly know. And it's just that kind of loving space, and I feel like I'm at home, you know, and I'm just throwing my purse down in the corner and
you're
helping myself
letting somebody else care for you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, as busy as our lives get, sometimes we forget to give ourselves that care. And when you're walking into a situation where you know, there's somebody in here that knows me and cares about me, and they're just going to take care of me for the next hour or so, that's such a good feeling. I love that.
Self-care is so important, and we just don't do enough of that for ourselves.
No.
It's really hard to slow that down. And I know just on the drive over here, you know, most times I'm just like, I just start breathing on the way here, you know, it's just like, oh, I know I'm just going to get to lay in that chair. And Shannon's so fabulous with the shampoo massage, you know, it's just like, I know it's just going to be awesome.
Sweet.
Well, it's as equally as beneficial to me on my side, you know, because as much therapy as I do for other people, I receive it in return. And so it's just this energy that keeps going all day long. You know?
See, that's a really nice way to think about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even, I think, oh, you must be exhausted at the end of the day. But I've had other people talk about that when they service others. And I try to remind them that the energy that we have access to is really unending. So you don't have to think about what you're giving is causing your tank to empty.
Yeah.
Technically, your tank is never empty because it's always being refilled. But when you can think in those terms,
Yeah.
it helps you feel more energized. So that's great that you think of it that way.
Well, and I think it's interesting. We talk about stress. You know, stress is really just about your perception of stress.
Yeah.
So if you like are overwhelmed and you feel like, oh, this is horrible and I just have to get through my day, and you know, then that's what you're going to get. That's your perception, and your adrenal glands are going to act like you've been chased by a bear all day long.
We've talked about that. If you're causing those hormones to fire, even if it's just with thought, then you're having a physical reaction to something that isn't even there. It's only in your mind. So yes, and I've really been working this last few weeks on finding that happy place all week long, not thinking about, well, I really spend 5/7 of my time really waiting for those last 2/7 that weekend, and I thought that's really, I feel like I'm wasting a big chunk of my life if I do that. I want every day to be as fun as this right here, and so that's been my intention lately, and I had some really awesome experiences this week, so I think it followed right along.
That's cool. You know, I think it's been a big part of my life. Like, when I get through school, when I get this done,
Yes.
when I get this accomplishment, then I'll be happy, and then it'll be all cool. So
Yeah, but that's
it's
never
not just
gonna
like
stop.
doing that in a week. It's like sometimes I've like done that like with
and
big
that's,
chunks of my
we're
life.
always going to have different things that we aspire to. We're always going to want to achieve more or have something to look forward to. So we have to be happy in the right now, because there's not going to be that one moment where it all changes and from then on it's happy. You have to decide that that's right now.
It's never done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, there's so many things that you kind of keep waiting for this or that to happen, but you have to take that moment every day just to say, right now, what am I happy for? Like, what
Yes.
is really groovy and cool in my life right
now.
And a lot of your Facebook posts lately have been reflecting on that, and I've been reflecting on that all week through you, saying, you know, especially yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit of a stressful day, and I was just kind of, But at a certain point, I went, okay, wait a minute. This is all silly. What am I grateful for right now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And not that you compare yourself to others, but there's a lot of people in this world that have a lot more severe problems than I could ever think about. You know?
Yes.
And then when you got to put that into perspective and go, there is
You know
absolutely
what?
nothing wrong.
I got a lot of good right here, right
Exactly.
now.
Yeah, and just brush it off. It's just
Yeah.
a day.
It's
you know?
all a choice.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a choice in a given moment what you're going to be appreciative for.
And every time you have that moment where you do stop and you are appreciative, you're laying that groundwork for those new habits of thought that will lead you more often into that space as opposed to that stressed out, wishing you were somewhere else space. And that's what we're all reaching for, I think. That really is it.
When I first opened this studio, my good friend Tammy painted me a picture that hangs in our bathroom still to this
Sweet.
day. And every time that, you know, I'm in there and I look at it and I reflect on it, it says, bliss blooms, so let it. And I kind of sit back and go, yeah, that's true. You know, just let that energy just go and be happy and let it grow. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That was sweet of you to say. Yeah, I kind of have that kind of same feeling, like when I'm in there, you know, and I'm like, so let it. Okay.
So let it.
Yeah, just that little reminder.
And that's,
Yeah.
it is nice to have those reminders around.
is.
It really is.
And it's kind of a little play on the blooms too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, when I did that, I was like, I want to do something that really kind of like is her, you know. So,
Yeah.
So
And matches.
cool stuff. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it on Facebook so people can see that. And reminder that bliss blooms, so let it. All right, they're saying it's a little time for a wrap, so we're going to do a little commercial break and we'll be right back with Shannon Bloomhills at Bloomhills on the Bentonville Square.
Yeah.
And I promised that I would share some skeletons in my closet, some secrets that only my hairdresser knows. So I'm going to save that to the very end. So you have
Okay.
to hang on till the end. Is that a teaser?
That's a bit of a
All right, so
teaser.
we'll be right back. Hi Hi, welcome back to The Naked Doctor of Dr. Tammy.
And this is Cryssie.
And we have Shannon Bloomhills today.
Yes.
From the Bentonville Square.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yes.
I love this whole atmosphere and
great.
being outside. It's a little overcast, but there's a nice breeze, and
It's good, it's good.
we should do this all the time.
Yes.
I just decided
We should.
on the square.
On the square.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, it really is. This is fun.
So we're talking a little bit about self-care, and I think that is just so huge, and the problem I think with the caregivers of the world is that we are the worst at self-care.
Well, because we tend to view that as either self-indulgent or somehow I'm being selfish because I'm taking a little while to take care of myself. I'm not sure where that was taught. I've kind of gone back through my mind and thought, I just remember seeing my mother just working all the time. And I'm sure that I like being in bed at night, and she was coming in and putting clothes away in my drawers, and I could hear dishes, and so I guess when I became a parent, I felt like that's what I saw. And not that anything's wrong with the way that she did things. I'm proud of her, and she worked really hard, but I didn't see her caring for herself. That just wasn't part of it. And I guess when we compare ourselves to each other, we don't want to be the one that's falling short. So it's like, no, I didn't sleep either. I don't know about you. I haven't had a shower in 3 days. I don't.
We wear that like a badge.
I know, and we really
I don't
shouldn't.
need sleep.
It should be like, I got a massage. But we do that, don't we?
Yeah. And if I didn't have that time scheduled, and sometimes even like when it comes up to the time, like the morning of, and I know that I've got my time with Shannon,
Yeah.
I'm still like thinking, oh my gosh, I have so many things to do today. But there's just something that says, no, I've got this time scheduled. So I think that's really important that people, if you are someone who struggles with self-care, that one of the main keys is that you schedule time
And you keep it.
in your schedule and that you keep it.
It needs to be just as important as anything else because it is easy. Let's say things get tight. It's easy to say, well, I can sacrifice this. It's just this. Nobody's even going to know but we really do need to be respectful to our own schedule that way as we would be to somebody else's.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I would say the same thing with, any type of personal care. I was reflecting when you were saying that about how many times I will go and put off a pedicure until one day I look at my feet and go, oh God.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
I know I've been
cannot go into
promising to
public
take
like
you
that.
for a pedicure for like 3 months now.
Is it
Did you see these
November?
toes?
I have not seen them lately. We will not take a picture of that and put it on Facebook.
Thank you.
Everybody's like, I want to see her toes now.
This is like pedicure shaming. What's happening?
Total pedicure shaming.
That's like a new thing. Somehow we created a new internet sensation.
Oh my gosh, there's going to be all these pictures.
Hashtag pedicure shaming.
Yeah, we were saying this before, guys. When the radio isn't, when the recording's not going, this is no different than how we are all the time.
The people at the nail salon where I go to, it's like they'll be like, do you want this pedicure? Do you want this pedicure? And they've got all these different stones and these massages
and the smells
stuff.
and the
I'm like,
scrubs.
no. I just want you to get that cheese grater and get the crap off of my heels. I look like an elephant foot, okay?
But it tickles so
So
bad.
we're going to be here for like 3 hours.
I need the clinical treatment.
Just focus your time on scraping the crap off my feet.
I want to have
I
brand
don't
new,
have time for the massage.
brand new pink baby feet when I walk out of here. I want to have to relearn how to walk when I leave.
I'm off kilter.
Sometimes if you've waited too long, it feels like that. You walk out in those funny little thin flip-flops. It's like,
your like toes feel exposed to the world. It's like the air has hit them.
yes. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
And then sometimes when I get lazy at home, like I'll paint them. It looks like a 10-year-old painted my
Yes.
toenails sometimes. And I'll go in and like they have this special like process they do, and I've watched it and I know this, but you're supposed to put clear and then you put the color on, because if you don't, the color kind of bleaches into the nail, and so then you can't get all the color off. And I really like the kind of the French tip, which is kind of that white pink pale.
Yeah.
And so they can never do that because there's always like blue specks underneath that, or big red specks.
I don't know where those came from. I'm very sorry. I did not touch up my feet with a Sharpie. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've totally done that. You're like,
Okay,
It
I
dries
think
faster.
the
I go with my shoes too. You're
Yeah.
like heels on your boots. You get a black Sharpie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no,
the-
hairdressers are notorious for it. That's why we wear black, because you can always use a Sharpie to just cover in
that up.
everywhere that you have
Yes.
spots. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because you're in the bleach all the time, like
All the time.
splatter in the bleach.
Yeah. And we were talking about how the skeletons were going to come out later, but I think
I think they're already out.
we've already cracked that door, and they're
Dr. Tammy
starting to
does
leak.
not keep up her toes.
She's got hooves.
Whoops, she's got a whoops.
Okay, I have a very busy life, you guys, so it's all right if my feet aren't
No wonder she
magazine
wears
perfect.
boots all summer.
That's why.
I thought that was odd.
That's exactly it.
I always say there's two kinds of weather: boots and sandals.
And not boots.
boots and not boots.
It's enough.
And
Mine
usually it's
is,
boots.
do I really have to wear shoes today? Because I'm one of those earth mama, if I didn't have to wear shoes, I absolutely would not.
Yeah, I have a dear friend, Freddie, who's been on the show before. She says it's very important to have your feet in contact with the earth.
Yes. I think
No,
that's
no,
wonderful.
nature's bad.
No, nature bad.
Nature bad.
Everybody's different. Everybody feels it a different way.
With all the callus I've got on my feet, I can't feel anything
No,
anyway, so it
maybe
doesn't matter.
That's part of the problem. I think we're
There's no
starting to
energy.
see that
There's
here.
no chi coming up through
There's
all
no
that.
chi. Somebody needs to recharge my chi. That's exactly it.
So Shannon, what do you do for self-care? I don't think I've ever even asked you that. Clearly not getting a pedicure.
You know what? Actually, there's one thing that I do as much as I possibly can.
You
It's
just
getting a
said
massage.
We're gonna have to
personal
believe
care.
that. Personal time in the bathroom
That was
does
so
not
childish.
count.
I only want 5 minutes. That's it. That's all I want.
No, and really, when you become a mother, there is no such thing as privacy in your bathroom anymore either.
Oh, yeah.
It just does not happen. My even at this age, they kind of have a radar that the moment the door is closed, it's like, Mom, are you in there? Yes, I am. So yes, let's talk about where we each find that self-care. So
Mine's definitely a massage. Yeah, my friend Ashley, she does an amazing job. But part of what I do, and you know, I think it's different from what a lot of other people do for a profession. A large majority of my time, my arms are above my heart. You know, I mean, there's so much stress and pressure on your shoulders and on your back and on your legs because I'm constantly moving and going like this, and so it really tends to put a lot of wear and tear on my shoulders, my neck, my hands. So longevity, I got probably another 15 years doing this. So I made sure that I maintain my massages because it's critical.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that's like an absolute necessity.
It's like machine maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you owned equipment, you'd have to take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and eating clean and trying to, you know, Tammy did my food sensitivity, so I try to stay within that because I can notice a huge difference when I don't, just in the amount
just
of
the inflammation.
the inflammation. It makes
Yeah.
it really uncomfortable sometimes to work. And so, you know, I have to kind of dial it back and say, no more cookies, no more beer, no more fun stuff like that, and just really concentrate on eating clean and getting that inflammation out of my body because, yeah, like I said, I got 15 years doing this, so I need to make sure that this machine makes it all that way.
Yeah, yeah. My daughters and I refer to it as the astronaut suit, and I was explaining it to them that way. I said, if you think about because we believe we are a soul that's having a physical experience in a body. So I said, think of yourself as like an explorer, and you are an astronaut, and you have this amazing integrative astronaut suit that's allowing you to have all of these experiences and get to know this reality, right? And I said, so you have a direct connection to that. You have communication with that. It sends you signals. You just have to learn how to take care of it in a way that's going to be optimal for you. And they're like, oh yeah. So we'll be talking about, they'll have a pain or they'll have something that's coming up, and I'll say, what do you think your astronaut suit's trying to tell you? Oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't eat that again. I'm like, there you go.
There you go. And do not, I repeat, do not poke a hole in it.
Yes, don't poke a hole in your astronaut suit. We all know that's bad. I think we just
all
proved
know
my
that.
theory right
We all know
there. I
that,
think.
Yeah. You know, and it's interesting because when we talk about self-care, immediately I kind of go to this judgment place of, the people out there listening are thinking, well, I don't really do much self-care for myself, so immediately it's just one more thing to judge yourself about.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that.
So I think that's important what you said. Massage is great, but sometimes you have to go out and you have to make that appointment, and you have to take that time away from your busy schedule and stuff, which is all very, very important. But even on a smaller scale, I think there are things that you can do that are self-care just within your day. So they're saying it's a little time for a commercial break.
Yes, we'll talk about that when we come back.
So we'll take a little break, and let's talk about that when we come back. Welcome back to the Naked Doctor Show. I'm Dr. Tammy.
And this is Cryssie.
And we have Shannon Bloomhills today from
Shannon,
Bloomhills
you
Studio.
are so much fun. This is awesome.
Thank you.
This is the most we've laughed ever, I think, on this show.
Possibly so.
We've
had the
we laugh a lot
microphones
behind the
on.
scenes, yes. We try to contain it because,
because sometimes
we
we're
can't,
we're too big for the world.
it's too big. Too big for the
It's too
world.
much, you guys. It's too much.
So we were just talking before that last break about self-care
Yes.
and the judgment of, well, I don't go get massages or I don't go get my hair done twice
Yep.
a month. I'm just really blessed to have such a dear friend that just doesn't
But
mind spending
there are
6
other
hours
ways.
with me.
There are a lot of ways.
There are a lot of ways. And Shannon, you have pets.
I have what?
Pets.
Pets?
Dogs.
Yes, I have dogs.
She's like,
I was
pets?
like, pets?
What are pets?
You have pets.
Tammy and
You have cockroaches. Wait,
what?
to the end.
Look, don't talk about my family
I
that
just
way. They're
revealed
not
the
all
skeletons.
pests. Some of them are
Smokes, that
nice.
went quick.
Are we done?
Show's over.
And we're out.
Oh, that's awesome. You have pets.
I
Pets.
do have pets. I have
Dogs.
3 amazing dogs.
And so where I'm going with that is self-care can sometimes be,
Oh yeah, just our time with them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because they are very much in the zone and in the moment and just love you. That's really all they got going on.
They are so spoiled.
Yeah.
So spoiled. Yeah. And each one has just really unique personalities, and it's so heartwarming when you come home after a long day and there's my dogs and they're just,
So excited. You're their whole world at that moment, you know?
My face was reflective of
Yes.
my bulldog.
I got that.
We all
I
kinda did
totally
that.
got that. The bulldog
She's so
face.
sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Just her little nub of a tail that doesn't really move. It goes like
Yes.
this. She's so excited.
it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
It's a suggestion of a tail.
Suggestion of a tail.
Just sort
Yeah.
of there.
Just a reminder that we are evolutionary
Yes.
creatures.
But yeah, the pet's love is so unconditional. They're always so excited. I've got 2 at home. I have 2 dogs, and as different as they can be. And they are just unconditionally loving all the time. And it's really nice to come home to that, to have somebody that's so excited to see you.
Yes.
Just because you're there.
And animals aren't for everybody. So there's lots of other little ways that you can do self-care. Some people, a hot bath, or I have some friends that are all about the bath. My mother-in-law, she's huge. It's the bath. Like she comes to visit, and it's like, I'm gonna take a bath now. Like when I say take a bath, that's like a 2-second shower. That's my bath.
Yeah,
That's it's like calling a cola a Coke.
Yeah.
Not that I drink those. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But it's like the bath can be a really relaxing time, and like people use magnesium or Epsom salts and stuff like that. It can be really relaxing and self-care. And what else?
I try to take some creative time every day. We talked about that when I get
yeah.
home from work and I meet the dogs and I change into what we call the pre-jamas. They're not your pajamas, but they're not what you wore to work. They're pre-jamas.
Pre-jamas.
Yes.
I call that extra laundry for the week.
Well, you know what? There's going to be extra laundry because I'm in my pajamas. And then I either practice guitar for a little while or I will, I posted something on Facebook yesterday that I painted in the evening. I just got a wild hair and pulled out, it was on the back of another
beautiful.
canvas.
I loved it.
And I got out my markers and just decided to spend some time doing that. And that's a very focused, relaxed, tuned in moment that was myself. And I didn't feel, because there's a part of you that might say, well, this might take an hour or 2 hours and people are going to need my attention. And really, it was easy. I was easily able to weave that into the rest of what I was doing that evening. Mm-hmm. And it felt really good. And that's the kind of self-care. It doesn't necessarily have to be that I'm leaving the house to go get a massage or that I have to spend an hour in the bath. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it can just be, my focus is going to be on something where I want it to be for a while, as opposed to being pulled away.
Do you find that I find for my self-care that I need to remove myself from either the salon or my house to go do it. Because if I'm in my house and I'm trying to focus on me, all of a sudden I'm like, is that a tuft of fur over here? I gotta clean that up. And I can start those dishes while I'm relaxing.
That's the mom ADD, where you're like, I was on my way to put this away, and then I found that, so I had to start that project,
There's
and
no
then somebody
painting that
needed me
goes
over
on.
here. Yeah, no. But with me, it's, I don't want to say it's a discipline necessarily, but it's just kind of a boundary that I've set for myself here recently. And that took some getting used to. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was Aaron that kind of pointed out sometimes. He's like, you don't have to be at everyone's beck and call all the time. You can say, no, mommy's working on something right now.
I'm coloring.
So that's kind of a new, Mama's, you don't need to eat every day. Go get a piece of cheese while I'm coloring. That is not... That's not the way that it goes down. But I feel like I'm doing that, right? And my children are old enough to be able to, I started to say fend for themselves, and that's not really. I've taught you how to forage.
In the forest.
Yeah, go pick some berries, you'll be fine. It's not like that at all. But it's all right to have a couple of hours where you're just uninterrupted and on your own and being quiet and listening to music and doing something you like. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Self-care.
I'm really blessed that my son is at the point where he kind of finds his own little thing to do, after school or whatever. He goes and he plays on the computer. So I have so much time. I mean, it's just so blessed.
Well, now think about that real quick. This just dawned on me. When I talked about how I never really saw my mother doing that, my children are seeing me set a little boundary and saying, Mom's going to have an hour and a half to herself, so you guys can have some fun, but I'm going to have some fun in here, so let me have some time. And so they're seeing that is normal, that you can be a good mom and still take that time for yourself. So your son is probably doing some of the similar, he's like, yeah, Mom goes and plays, and I go and play, and it's all good.
And then we come together and talk about it. And then I ask for money. For more video games.
So, yes.
I just told him yesterday his dad's in Florida, and he called me, the weekly call for like another $20 on the video game.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you've got to stop doing that. You got to call me every once in a while and just tell me you love me.
Just to say hello.
Because I'm going to get PTSD every time the phone rings. And
then he hangs up, and then it immediately rings again. By the way, Mom, I love you. Bye. And then, Mom, I need $20.
Back to back.
That was yes.
They figure it out very quickly.
Did you pocket dial me? No, I just called you right back.
Did you pocket dial me?
No, literally, as you're talking to him, he's on another phone, and it cuts in.
Just read me your credit card number.
Exactly.
I'll type it in. While
there's
I'm
a
talking
text
to you.
while he's talking to you saying he loves you.
Yeah.
By the way,
this I love you will cost $25. Ching.
Ching.
Worth it. I just need your love.
I just need your love.
It comes with a sandwich.
Oh my gosh, speaking of sons and laughing, Shannon has the funniest son on the whole planet. We should have invited him today because he's
supposed
just
to be coming down.
Oh, that'd be awesome because he's just so funny. I mean, he just
how old is he?
Rolling all the time.
This is my secret signal.
Call Chan.
Exactly.
Luckily, I speak.
This is text.
This is the
call.
texting. This is
Call me.
Yes. That's like when you're miming rolling your window down. Nobody actually has a crank to roll the window, but I'll be like, roll your window down. Because just doing this with the finger doesn't,
And who really has a window that does this anymore,
cranks.
right?
Nobody does.
Yeah.
That doesn't
But we know
matter.
what that means. It's kind of like when we go like this, it means phone. But like,
somebody was
no phone
asking
like this
how
anymore.
come the save icon was a weird little square. They were like, how come the save icon always looks that weird little square? And they didn't realize what a floppy
disk.
It's an image of a floppy disk.
that's
They're
so
like, why
outdated.
is that? So it's before your time, sir.
It's before your time, sir.
It's because we're old.
Even though you're 30, it's before
Yes,
your
it was
time.
apparently way before your time.
Oh my gosh, I have my 30th high school reunion this summer. It's
Yikes.
crazy. I'm like, just to even say that, I'm like,
30.
I'm joking on it. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It went quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, what? I'm not that old.
Yeah, like
It goes from I'm never gonna graduate to
my
what the
10-year
heck
high school
happened?
reunion, Yeah.
Yeah. But then you got to think about it. Everybody else that's going to be there is probably feeling exactly that same way. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that you meet is going to
Yeah.
go, yeah, I recognize all of you, but you look old. And then
Y'all look so old.
Y'all look so old.
I went to my 10-year reunion, the word I was looking for. And I swear there was this guy, I think he hired somebody to come and be him. Because I looked at this guy and I was like, there is no way. There is no
What a great
possible
idea.
way.
I'm going to hire someone to go to my reunion for me. That's
Wow,
a great
I
idea.
think we just thought of like a whole new business. It's reunion surrogates.
I love it.
I just had I had some clients that just got back from Japan, I think it was, and they were saying that one of the trends there is to hire a companion, and it's this person that you hire by the hour that will go and they'll shop with you, they'll go to dinner, they'll go to movies.
I think in America we call that a prostitute.
Okay, wait. I was gonna be like friend, but I guess you can take it that far.
Yeah, but seriously, it's a hired friend that, but part of their skill is communication and to really engage you. So during that time that they're with you, you feel like we're talking like friends, but you're paying them.
I don't know if that makes me happy or like really, really
Sad.
sad. How great that they can find a friend. How sad that they have to buy a friend. That's so. Well, you know what? I get, and that's one of the most crowded places on the planet, and they're having to exchange currency in order to be able to find a connection. That's a little.
Well, it's almost like the more congested you get, the more internalized you get, probably.
Yeah.
And so, kind of, I know, like around crowds and stuff like that, the more internalized I get, the more introverted I get,
Yeah.
and so I do kind of.
Well, it's almost like
understand that.
therapy, really.
Yeah.
Because you're hiring this
Yeah.
person that their focus is you.
But they're interacting with you.
Yeah, but you don't want to know anything about them when you're paying them.
See, I'm picturing somebody too with like a taxi cab meter on their belt, where it's like cha-ching. Let me just scan your
And
card
we're done.
before I can be your friend.
Do you want 10
you
more
know
minutes?
What? Your card was declined. I can't be your friend right now.
Would you like to reschedule?
Let me text
It's a
somebody
little
for payment.
sad face. Yeah. It's a little, hey mom, I need $20 for a friend.
You have a friend?
Woo, hey.
I've included the link
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I put you a link to my friend.
to their PayPal.
Yes.
They're saying it's time for a little commercial break, so we're going to take a little break and we'll be
Oh my
right
God,
back
this is so funny.
with the Naked Doctor. Welcome back to the Naked Doctor Show. I'm Dr. Tammy.
And this is Cryssie.
And we have Shannon Bloomhills from Bloomhills on the Square.
Bloomhills.
And this is our closing segment. It
I know.
makes me
We
so
kind
sad.
of just breezed through that, didn't we?
We did. So we're supposed to do all our plugs. And,
Yes.
And so let's do our plugs. And Shannon is so busy because she's so amazing. She always says that she doesn't do hair better than anybody else. She just has better looking clients.
I like that.
I love it.
Yeah, nobody's
So,
ever disagreed.
That just compliments everybody.
So
they
if
really
you're-
can't disagree with that.
If you're a
You're
fabulous
right. I am
looking person,
fabulous.
then she could take you.
Yes.
But she has
She's very discriminating.
lots of beautiful girls that work in her salon that you can come see who are very, very talented, and you can get on the waiting list maybe for Shannon.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. But I'm in because I'm celebrity.
You know, that's one of the perks
That's one
of
of the
being on the radio and being awesome.
Shannon would be like charging like $1,300 for a
Yeah,
haircut
yeah.
now to be like, I went in. That scarcity mentality.
Oh, yeah.
And let's plug you, Cryssie. You're at Farmers.
Yes, I'm at Shelley Parson Farmers Insurance in Bentonville, and come on by and see us and say hello. Let me get you a quote, see if we can save you some money or definitely improve on your customer service. We are like the customer service queens over there.
Yay. Of course,
Awesome.
because you're so like.
Because we're awesome. Our awesome bleeds into everything that we do. We don't have to just reserve it for a couple of hours a
It's
week.
a vibration.
It is.
Yes. Okay, let's plug our Facebook page. We are the Naked Doctor Show, the naked truth about health, wellness, and lifestyle.
Basically
and,
being awesome all the time.
we talk about stuff and hormones and wellness and
We are
And we just have fun.
blatantly honest.
honest. Oh, and there's Chan. Chan just showed
There's
up.
Ben.
Hey, hi. You want to say hi, Chan?
We have made so many friends today. We've seen so
Come
many
talk in your
awesome
mama's
people.
microphone and say hello. We're putting you on the
We're
spot.
just putting everybody together today because it's wonderful. Introduce
Hello.
yourself.
Hi, I'm Chandler Hills.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we're starting the Who is Chandler Hills?
Who is
Chandler
hashtag?
Hills?
Yeah,
I love it.
hashtag Who is
Hashtag.
Chandler Hills?
So go look at Chandler Hills' Facebook page and see who Chandler Hills is.
Yes.
I love that. He's so hilarious. I love the watermelon with the nunchucks.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's you know what? I just got an image in my mind, and I don't even know if the real thing is going to be as awesome as what I'm imagining. Watermelon and nunchucks.
Oh, it's great. And he's going to be the watermelon nunchucking barber before too long.
Sweet.
Yep,
Excited
just
about
started
that.
school for Tuesday.
Yay.
Awesome. Congratulations.
And this
Following
kid,
my great mother's footsteps.
Wonderful. She's somebody really cool, so that's a good thing.
You know, we were talking the other day about, you know, some of the guilt we have about parenting sometimes and not always being there. And, you know, it's like you kind of wish that you maybe had done more. And it's like, I just look at you with your life and your children, how much they love you. And it's like, you are present every second, whether you were at work or whether you were at home. I mean, some people, like, when they're at work, they think they should be at home, or when they're at home, they think they should be at work. And you're never really present, and you're never really given 100. You give 110% to your kids, and I've modeled that, you know, with my own child, because I just respect that so much. And, you know, you just got it going on.
you know, one of my motivations for having my own salon, you know, being a single mom as they were younger, I wanted to be able to have them there with me, and not that they were there all the time, but I wanted them to see what I was building, you know, and how it benefited all of us. And I would say that everyone that knows me knows my kids. I mean, flat out.
Yeah.
You know, because they see them all the time. Now, they don't see Kenzie. She's in London. But they see this kid all the time.
I'm in and out of the shop constantly.
Yeah. And again, 14 years of people that have watched this kid grow up. He will be 21 in 35 days.
In 35
I can't wait for the
days.
party. That's going to be awesome.
Countdown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
counting.
absolutely.
Countdown to 21.
Yeah, the Chandler Hills Golf Invitational. We're going to pub crawl down
Awesome.
here. Yeah.
Nice.
I can't wait. I'm going to wear my
Nice.
golf skirt. I love it.
Exactly. So you got to do the hashtag Who is Chandler Hills.
Hashtag
go.
Who is Chandler Hills. I love it.
Perfect.
I love it. I promised a skeleton.
You did.
I did. Here's the big reveal. I'm really a redhead.
Wait, what? Hold up, what?
Only my hairdresser knows
Only
that.
my hairdresser knows that I'm really a redhead. Are you serious?
There it is. That's not that big.
No, it's really
I just
not.
deflated
but
everybody,
it still just
didn't I?
doesn't. I don't see that, but it's
Yeah.
because I don't think I've ever seen you with red hair. So
Now, we did our dark period a couple months ago,
I went through my
dark
dark
period.
period.
which was beautiful. It was great, but, you know,
I like
as Tammy
that
said
too.
before,
I think
this
that's
is happy.
fun.
This is happy. Blonde
is
is happy
happy.
for me.
Yeah.
Everybody's
See,
different.
I'm in the process of growing out my natural color after many, many years of coloring, and it is kind of a commitment. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have this unintentional ombre thing happening for a while. But I'm committed. It's going to be awesome, and I'm going to be happy, and I'll probably immediately do something else. You know, I feel blue. I think I'm going to be going through a blue period now.
I think I'll do something different. That's the beauty of what Shannon does. She's so magical. And I asked her the day that we decided to go dark with my hair, and she's like, "I'll make it look beautiful no matter what." And I was like, "You know what? You're
That's
right. I know
really
you will."
good.
Yeah, it'll be stunning.
It's good to have somebody that you trust,
Yeah.
that you can do that with. You know what? I trust
Absolutely.
your abilities. Just go. Make it
Yes.
happen.
Yes, thank you, Chan, for your guest appearance.
Thank you.
That was awesome. We'll have to do a whole show with you, and then we'll just
Yes.
laugh our butts off.
Sweet.
Oh, my Lord, yes.
Thank you so much, Shannon, for being here. This was so much fun.
Oh, thanks for having
Oh,
me.
And letting-
what
and
beautiful.
hosting
The
us and letting
sun
us
is
be
peeking
out
out,
here.
I know
and
it's
there's
creeping this way. little by
yes,
little.
and there's delicious things on the square, and artisanal radishes and herbs and spices. I don't know. I haven't really got to walk around
was just
yet.
kinda
I'm
getting
sure
into
there is.
your, like,
Were you
wow, there.
really?
You could do an
so many
ad.
delicious things available on the square. Everyone should come out.
Yes, they should. Please like us on Facebook page and follow us.
Yes.
And again, if you want to host us and let us come hang out at
Give
your
us
place
some
and talk
ideas
about
of
you.
cool places
Yeah,
to be
give us some
and things to
ideas.
visit. And
Yep. And if you have comments or questions, or you want us to address anything, please let us know. And great show. Have
Yes.
a blessed week, everyone. We love you so much. We just want to spread more good. There's so much negativity going on in the world right now. Just please blast the good. You know, Facebook is huge. Blast the good as much as you can.
Absolutely.
And just share the love. We'll see you back here next week on The Naked Doctor.
The Naked Doctor Show is produced by Toy Robot Productions in association with Butler Broadcasting and Better Living RX. Our audio engineer is Earl Hale. Our technical engineer is Matt Wright. Our executive producer is Dr. Tammy Post. I'm Cryssie Hale, and this has been The Naked Doctor.